My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and the platform we're working on right now is Cardboard PC Kingdom. This is actual gunmetal. So the screen we had before, wasn't happy with it because I go back and look at my previous technology in gunmetal, and we were way darker than that. I'm like, that's definitely got to change. So here we are. Here's the new face of it. That's the product right there in the container. Customers is right over there on the floor behind us because he ordered a gallon of this stuff. And we don't make it in gallons, by the way. We only make it here. The custom order through. We only make it in 32 ounces for right now. This thing just right. So as you can see, the one we had before that one was basically a little bit lighter than that, and it could easily take out a $7,000 screen. This one, no question about it, could wipe every gunmetal screen easily because of the color of it. Gunmetal, and I explained this enough because we specialize in gunmetal technology. We can go back and show you. Matter of fact, when I get a chance to the Crystal site, we'll post our gunmetal demonstrations and what it takes to develop and make a gunmetal screen, a real one. We'll post that there, and also too, that'll be a personal challenge for anyone who wants to call themselves in gunmetal, and for customers to wear them. That's literally what you have to go through, have a gunmetal technology. So again, it's just gunmetal. Perfect gunmetal is a screen that can tilter on the edge of black, but not be black. You have to be on that very edge. If you ever play that game with the pennies and the baseboard, where you throw your pennies out and the person who gets closer to the baseboard wins, but you actually can't touch the baseboard, is that same kind of scenario. So we have made gunmetal literally so dark that people mistaken them for black screens. That screen's not black in any way whatsoever. It's an actual gray screen. It has a high grade shifting capability, which allows the screen to be to mimic and copy heavy contrast levels, but it doesn't physically produce black at 100% infinity levels. What we have here in the container next to me is the actual paint right here. So I found out something interesting about this product. Usually those particular poster boards, I have a headache coating over these things, but we figured a way how to integrate the primer that we use to coat that surface first into the technology, and it'll experiment to see what would happen, and it worked perfectly fine. So now we can coat over this surface with no problem whatsoever, which makes it 1,000, even more 1,000 times easier for me. So after one coat, let it dry, hit it with a second, no, boom, done, that's it. All right, so let's show you what we got. Of course, we're using the 720p projector, 600 by 800 SVGA. We got max out for the meters, and that long sheet of cardboard you're seeing across, that's the halo system going in. It's 9 feet long. My screen here is 8 feet long, but we needed to over drape the screen a little bit because we're going to reconnect another one to the bottom so it actually halos the entire screen. That's why I can't explain enough to people who copy our demonstrations, trying to be us at the end of the day. That the halo system we showed in the garage was a prototype. I sat there on camera many times and said, hey, we're going to build these huge halo systems that wrap around screens. That's what we're building. So again, and also too, when you do that demonstration, you can't do it in the dark. It has to be done in a fully lit environment, max out. Because you're going to be in this environment regardless. The reason why you don't cut corners when it comes to areas like this, because eventually you have to be in them. So you can operate them or not. It's best for you to operate in all different environments, which is very important. All right, let's get meter pulled. I had a wife who couldn't keep her out here. Here's my meter system right here. It shows you exactly how much light we have in our office environment right now. Keep in mind we're in commercial. I'm gonna hit the meter. Meter cancels out every single time. They don't run in here. They don't work. Take my hand and cover it up. See, meter is actually stuff. It's a headache. All right, let's go back again. Connection issue. Sorry, we're working on that. I got my own service coming in soon, but first I want to make sure I get all my machines up and going and built because the service I got is a little pricey, and I just want to make sure that everything's done. All right, see my hand moving across the meter? It's the only way the meter can read. I take my hand away, meter does not operate anymore. So we're in a max out zone with our new gunmetal technology. This is the gunmetal. I'm going to take this away right here. Got a roller right here. Basic 9-inch nut roller. Nothing expensive. Taco is making biscuits again. He's always making biscuits. He's a professional biscuit maker. So Grab that right there. Oops, set you up. I got a camera stand coming in. Already ordered one. Now this is a new face of our gunmetal, which means the 39 Black Widow will be discontinued because we don't need it. This new technology is far more advanced than the 39 Black Widow. We will have the changing of the site soon. This is only available on the Crystal Edge site only because the only site we do gunmetal. The difference between the two sites, one does gunmetal only and the other one doesn't. That's customized for gunmetal. That's why we have the history of our gunmetal on there. So, man, I always used to handle me 24/7. 24/7. Where's the splatter screen at? Only used for painting stuff. But I'm gonna get some of that soon. Go. Paint the splatter screen. Do our cardboard work on here. Let me adjust this a little better because we're not prepped for any of this. I usually never do prep. I mean, we go as we go along. That's what we do. I don't rehearse stuff. Ain't no point in rehearsing stuff. Rehearse stuff, you know. In the end, you don't know what's real and what's not real because it's all rehearsed. It's like one of those info commercials where everybody's trained to say a certain thing at a certain time. Alright. So, this is what gunmetal. Let me see what we got going here. Real gunmetal looks like. Yeah, that's a great screen right there. The only difference is we have shifting technology capabilities, which I had a gunmetal screen that was called an LT. It's to show off our shifting capabilities. And the LT gunmetal was a light gunmetal. When you put it against the wall and you hit it against the star field and the projector had made contact with it, they turn extremely dark. But when the projector's not making contact with it, they go light. So, you know, people chalk it up to chameleon paint. But the thing about chameleon paint is when you stand in front of a chameleon paint, when you turn, it constantly shifts colors. That's the chameleon paint. This one doesn't. So that is actually real gunmetal. What you see when you have people who have screens that are darker gray, it's called charcoal. You have a charcoal screen. And in order for you to prove you have gunmetal technology, you will literally have to beat every single gunmetal out there. And mind you, you're not going to be doing this in a dark environment with a little light in the environment. You're going to do this in a fully lit environment because these screens are designed to absorb a lot of light. All right, let's get this over here. Get our roller out of here. Now, if you look at my roller, rollers are gray. They're not black. If they're black, then the product's black. Some people don't know colors at the end of the day. Literally, seriously, don't know colors. You should know colors by now. You can learn that in kindergarten. You should know colors. It's that product right here. Gonna pour some of that out right there. See how dark that transfers the light? Isn't that interesting? God blessed us with this amazing technology. That's why we have all this technology here. See how fast that coats onto a surface? Our application is extremely fast. This is usually a surface that I used to have problems with, where we had to go in and basically prime the surface and all this stuff and and it became a headache because this surface was like hard for us to conquer. And I prayed on it, and the Lord blessed us with this coating that allows us to paint over the surface first. But then the Lord said, hey, put the coating into the new paint and watch what happens. And this is how fast it is for us to coat over that poster board with no problem. Any direction doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna blindfold myself one time and paint in a screen. See how easy it is. None of that up and down, robot formation nonsense. Don't want a dinner-sized plate. Who's gonna remember that nonsense? Remember to stir your roller. Stir your paint constantly all the time. No one has time for that. We gotta do a splatter screen on this. It's easy. It's easy to do. Your kids can do that. You see how fast that coated on? When you watch somebody doing this over and over again, and then light roll, and then go back over it again and again. I counted 32 strokes on a screen on a person which called himself easy application. And then put this line across the screen. The first one's line across the screen, and you got to make sure it's 2 inches wide. You can't do 2 inches wide on a line. Paint expands. That's virtually impossible. How would you even reach 2 inches approximately if you're pouring paint. That's impossible. So easy to do. Look at this. Watch this. Done. See? Because the reason why I tell you to do a light roll, what happens is that the surface, the paint's too thin, number one. When it's too thin, and we see this when it happens with also too with protective screens or protective coating. The problem is the fact that when they paint it on, it doesn't gravitate to the surface. It doesn't stick. And when it doesn't stick, any pressure on this roller is going to cause that paint to basically uncover itself and show the opposite side of the screen, which means basically if you touch and put too much pressure on it, you're basically going to disrupt that marry process, and that surface is going to show. It's going to smear like this. Like that. That's how it's going to look. So if you see that right there when you're watching demonstrations, when somebody's painting a screen in, that tells you right there from the door, the first sign that the paint is not marrying to the surface. That's what we saw in his demonstration. We saw this when he was painting the screen in. See? I know my stuff, man. I've been studying. I've been around longer. I know all this stuff. I've seen so many demonstrations. We don't need any more. We're done. I'm going to paint over this to be finished. I've seen so many demonstrations on paint on screens. It's not even funny on how much knowledge I've seen people fail doing this over and over again. And then they'll come on camera and lie and go, well, hey, what you're doing is you're just pushing the paint around just to get the surface wet. And this is what you're seeing. So if you're painting your screen in, you paid money for your projection screen. You want to see this the first time you paint a screen in? Or you want to see that? You want to see this? This tells you at the end of the day you're doing it right. This tells you that you got a nightmare coming for you. If it's smearing like this and you can't get it to apply, especially when you're rolling it in, God knows what else is going to happen. So that's what's happening with his paint. Also, too, they figured out something. They brought it back to me. When he lifted up the screen and when the light reflected off of it, it's a satin paint. Satin does that. Satin paint gives off a kind of reflective on everything. Gloss does it, satin does it, and it's satin coating in that paint that when that light hit it and it reflected like that, that showed us that the paint had some kind of shiny gloss to it. I said something was in it to keep it from separating, but it's something far worse than that. There has to be like an oil-like substance in it that's keeping it from constantly having to be stirred over and over again. So that's the kind of stuff you have to look for when you're watching demonstrations. Now, as we're having this conversation, let's do this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Woo! Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Yeah. See? Easy. Your kids can come in there and go, hey, Dad, when we going to the game and you pay attention to the screen, I got it. I ain't worrying about it. Got the screen. What are you talking about? I got the screen. I could do it. Look, I'm doing it right now. Yeah, kids are. Doing it right now. Done. Kid can paint the screen, literally. See how dark it looks? Shifting capability. It automatically does this when light chicks makes a hit with the screen. Let me do this right. Stop being a jerk. There we go. The shifting capabilities. As this gray here, it turns dark here, dark here. Naysayers are sitting there scratching their head like, how is he doing that? It's called Jesus Christ. That's what it's called. Jesus Christ. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That fast. I told you, when I was doing that technology, the Lord always asks me, you want to upgrade this? I said, well, yeah, because, you know, I want it to be a little bit darker. And he says, no problem. I got you. Here you go. That fast. Done. All right. Like, why? Because I'm having fun. That's why I said when somebody sat there and made the statement that it must be hard, it must be rough. No, we don't go through that nonsense. That would be you go through that nonsense. I have a ball doing this. I get more get that fun on camera. Taco's down there chilling in the corner. We show meter readings. I get to be on multiple sites with different people talking about all different forms of products. I like to go over to the audio section because I learn a lot of stuff over there. But anyway, so I learn a lot of cool stuff when I'm doing this. So I love what I do. I get to be on site. I get to meet different people and stuff like that. Is my Bluetooth on? I'm going to have to Bluetooth it. But anyway, as I said before, when you enjoy what you do, people don't look forward to retirement. They hate it. You know why? Because then they got to go back and they got to be just, you know, I don't get to do what they love. I love this. This is why I do it for so many years, because I love what I do. I've said that many times on camera. I'm a research junkie. I go back and study the silent era and the 1.1 screens and 35 millimeter film and all that stuff. I love this. I'm an electronic junkie, and I love this kind of stuff. But you can't stick me in the same category by saying that, oh, because it was hard for you and you struggle, that I must be going through the same thing. No, because you forget something. I have Jesus Christ. I have my Lord and Savior. He's the one that blesses me with all the knowledge to be able to do all this stuff. So for us, it's extremely easy. We still got to put the time and the manpower and the videos and demonstrations and all that stuff and buying equipment. We still got to do all that stuff. But it's easy for us because we serve God. There you go. Now, got a screen painted here. Let's just dry this doohickey. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to use our air cleaner to dry this because we use that to dry that. Over there, over here. Let me put you guys right here. So yeah, I don't know why would anyone want to do that forever. Man, if I'm blessed, I will be able to do this as long as I possibly can because I love what I do. Why do you think I have two companies? Why do you think I'm building a third company? Why do you think I'm spending money for all these to build these computers and stuff? I love what I do. So I'm not in the same category. I don't understand what you're talking about, but I love what I do. I could do this for another 10, 20 years. I love it. Love it. We got this new technology coming. The gamer is going to be absolutely, truly amazing. And you have to be worthy. I mean, basically, you don't want to play it on a white or gray screen, because if you play it on a white and gray screen, you are not worthy. Not worthy. And yes, it's going to come with them banging cups at the end of the day, too, because you got to have one of the cups. Cheer, drinking Mountain Dew in a giant Viking cup. They're Viking cups, by the way. I found they're Viking cups. So get these big old Viking cups, ship it over to you. You got your giant massive Viking cup, an ultimate boss screen. Hook it up to your system. Doesn't make a difference what you're playing at the end of the day. That thing can make Atari 2600 look amazing. By the way, I have Atari 2600, so yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be an ultimate game of paint. It is. Truly. And I got two people that, again, connected to this building that are major sponsors. And with Mountain Dew and all these big companies, they're basically big-time gamers. They game online. So they're going to basically promote the technology. Anyway, does that sound like somebody that's bored of what he does? No, I love what I do. Anyway, so we got this painted in. Let's get this thing dried, right? Got things to do, right, people? We got time to be sitting around chatty-catty all day. I got customers to get out the door. Now, when would this be available? Well, it's already a tested product. It comes out of the 427 of our technology. This is an advancement of 39 capabilities. It's a replacement of the 39. It's a long time. 39's been around for a while. Time we replaced it. This is what this one is. If you've seen the track record behind the 39, they were brutal. They were amazing gunmetal technology. And just to show you this, we're going to take our videos from our YouTube channel and we're going to post on the Chriswood site what the gunmetal 38 was capable of doing. Get that Verizon or whatever connection. But anyway, there's Taco the cat. If you don't know, that's my motion support animal over there, biting his foot, about to bite his foot. Hope he doesn't touch anything else while he's over there. Hey, keep it normal over there. Don't be wild. But anyway, so that's the new gunmetal right there. We want to develop, when we develop technology, we want to develop something that is going to be far better than anyone else, much more cheaper. And the price that we're charging for these, starting at the 32 ounces right now, it's going to be extremely reasonable. Now, keep in mind, we got some people saying, well, if you're charging, we can't charge the price these jokers charge for their product because this stuff doesn't work. We have cancellations on their stuff. Again, cancellations. Their stuff does not work. They have no experience in the field. They don't know what they're talking about, and they cut way too many corners. When we compare our technology, we compare it to certified gunmetal, black diamond, DMP supernova, daylight screens, elite screens. These are screens that when you look at, go, gee whiz, that screen cost $3,000. That's the screens we compare to. When I go to forum sites, I'm talking to people who actually own these screens. I'm not talking to people with gray screen paints and charcoal paint, because this technology has no business being in their category because it can take us certified. So price tag for this thing right here is around 30, Oh, dun, 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 dun. People always ask me. $347 a quart. Now, for those who think the only people get affected by that are people that want to buy those cheap, cracky paints. You buy the cheap, cracky paints. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful here, but you're contacting me and telling me that I should charge the same price at 50, 60 bucks. I'm sorry, our technology takes out a $7,000 screen. Technically, truthfully, if my investors had a code of all this, if I had the investors that had control, which they do not because I have all the control, this screen paint would be over $2,000 a quart easily. Probably a lot more than that because we could take out $7,000 screens, but we don't want to be in the range of $7,000, $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 technology because, again, that makes us just like them. And then they could turn around and say, well, hey, at least I don't cost as much as that guy from Black Series Edition because this stuff is freaking crazy expensive. So you're better off buying with us, even though our product is more superior. We got to keep it under their technology at a crushing blow where they can't basically bring down a $3,000 screen under a $500 mark because it would cause their company to implode. See, when we developed this technology, again, and I can't express it enough, it has nothing to do with you screen paint products from the door. Certified. That's who we challenge at the end of the day. This is where I get my product gets its little it gets this limelight. When we can take out a $7,000 screen in a form site where people will have these screens in their homes and show a significant difference between us and them, this is where we make our money. We don't make our money off screen paint. They couldn't care less about a screen paint because as far as they're concerned, they have a certified physical screen, and the rule is that physical screens are far more superior than any type of screen paint. The fact that you can show a screen paint taken out a physical screen is, yeah, it's a massive, massive change in the pecking order of projection screen technology. But the problem we have is here that the people make the paints feel that we're in their category because we make paints and we should be charged under what they do. Well, the problem we have with that is our test demonstrations alone, matching betters, show that you don't even sit anywhere near our category of even our screen paint technology. You don't do what we do. So since you don't do what we do, how do you keep comparing us to being in your category? There you go. Couldn't express that enough. That's why I said finish about 60, 70 and then climb of those matching betters. And if you say you can show a product just like ours, then hey, we need to bring our price down because we're just like you. Also, too, consider the fact, when we have people saying that we can make this product, do you know how many different versions of black technology we engineer? So, question is, which one are you talking about? Because we make it invisible, we have it for projector mapping applications, we have it for ceiling hologram technology. What are you talking about? Do you know the coating for the floor is different? Because it has a different structure to the formula, that means that someone can walk all over the floor, whatever. It's a non-crack peel. It's designed to absorb and bleed into surfaces. So again, which one are you talking about? So that's what I posted one time, and then we got a bunch of question marks. Like, yeah, next time you make a statement about black paint, remind you, we don't have one like everybody else. We have dozens and dozens. I got black paint that dates back 8 years ago. So again, which one? All right, let's move on because we got things to talk about. We got this amazing gunmetal technology. It looks absolutely amazing. And I got customers at the end of the day that don't mind paying for it. We got a guy who just dropped I'm not going to tell you how much, but he bought a gallon of this stuff because he knows what we do for a living and he trusts my company 100%. So he knows anything we design is going to be amazing. So he bought this product before we could ever get it onto a shopping cart. It's not even a shopping cart. He has it already. He bought a gallon of it at $347 per quart, and he bought a gallon. Didn't care because he knows at the end of the day that the money he was going to spend on the certified screen, which would have cost him roughly about $20,000, he saved a ton of money. On top of that, no expensive projectors required. And keep in mind, we're in a max out zone. We're using a projector that costs $10. In the process, there you go. So anyway, got our beautiful technology here. Looks absolutely gorgeous. It does, of course. I have to have fun in the camera. Some people think I'm not being serious. I can come on camera and joke and have fun and go and do this. We still have more technology to go. We got a lot to go. We got the gamer technology. We got that silver technology, that exotic silver. That is going to be a huge welcome to those of you who have those WeMax and Valva projectors. getting ripped off by the company who ripped you off to begin with the projector they sold you. Because now they got these packages where they have their special projection screens that come with them. And we're not with them, you had to buy them. And these projection screens, they went $900. I think it was $800 for a freaking, it was $600. Valve had one, it was $600 for a 100-inch and $800 for a 120-inch for a screen that's light gray. It's literally light gray. And the projector has a 4,000-to-1 contrast. It can't even help the screen at all, period. So that's when I saw the demonstration with a fellow named by Phantom HD on YouTube. And he had the Valve projector. We literally had this conversation about that projector he had. I had to post some stuff over there to him, some literature, because he does not research as much. And in there I had a conversation with the people, actually the company itself, that admitted that the projector was a 1080p base and not even near 4K. And then Epson took them to court and found that they weren't 6,000 lumens as they was claiming, they were 1,800. So, you know, anyway, so they came up with their own screen, and in the demonstrations I saw with Phantom HD showing up the screen, you couldn't tell one from the other. You couldn't tell a cheap eBay screen from a $600 screen. You could not tell the difference, which is pretty sad. So, the technology we're engineering, you will see a massive difference on your projector. We know this. And why? How do we know this? Because we developed silver technology for these screens when they were projectors, when people would come in and buy and not read through our specifications, and in our specifications we would clearly state we don't use projectors. They would buy it anyway, thinking it would work. It didn't work. They would contact us, and technically we didn't have to send them jack at the end of the day because we put the policy down there, don't use it, and they did. But I like to make sure people get the best out of their projectors, so we would engineer silver technology and send it over to them and trade for pictures that we can put on the website to warn people, again, don't do that. So that silver technology, it's been upgraded. It has the new technology we're adding under FLE. It's a more advanced version. And yeah, we know we're definitely working on projectors because we used it as a trade-off to help them out when they would make the mistake of ordering the wrong stuff or not listening to what we said. All right, let's get these things off here. A minute a day. Let's put something else up here. Mind you, people, we're on a $10 projector. Nothing expensive, nothing hardcore. $10 projector, that's it. So that means that when I do a video like this, my customers can go, how much you pay for the projector? Now, they're expecting a lot of money. $10. If you have a wallet of $3,000, have a wallet of $100, you got a wallet of $500, and what you're going to spend for your projector, you know how much money you're going to save? This is an SVGA setup. So that means that there's no HDMI ports on this machine. It's VGA, and VGA projectors are super, super cheap. And that's all you would have to do to get this to react this way. No calibrating. We have never calibrated a projector ever. Not needed. No ambient light controlled environments, as you can see with the max out and the meter not reading correctly in here because it can't read. And as you can see by the paint down demonstration, extremely, extremely easy. No complicated instructions. Come on, it's not rocket science. I mean, you're just basically painting in a wall. It should be that easy, right? Can you imagine going to Home Depot? Like, so you see, first way, you see my screens in here? That's 104-inch 235.1, and the one we have on this side is 150-inch 1610 screen. They're big screens. I could not imagine spending the time splashing straight around from one end to the next just to get a surface wet. It's already wet. You're applying paint to it. I don't know how much wetter it's going to get. But as you can see, beautiful colors. All right, let's go over to. We got to get some other certifiers in here too. We already done the test on this, but still, I like to do it again. I like to run it back. So, time this will be available. Well, we're going to have it out before Christmas. I can tell you that much. Definitely before that. I got a few things I have to do. We had to coat this down to the surface. Get it ready. I want to run the halo system through here, and we're going to run the halo system, and I ordered 2 lamps to put in front of my screen while we run the halo system and while we sit in a commercial environment that's maxed out. Oh yeah, we like to do it overboard. We like to go overboard. That's what we do. That's what we do. Until then, we got the ATEX. We got the ATEX coming out. ATEX's got 2 versions of it. It's an ultra black, which we're going to be setting up there with our customized cardboard virtual fish tank, which is going to be amazing. Wait till you see what we do with that thing out there. It's going to be crazy. We have an Azar blue coming out. I'm saying that right? Azar? I gotta get that right. Anyway, at the 150 over here, it's gonna look absolutely gorgeous. We have a gamer screen paint coming out. The gamer also has another version coming out that's also a rear projection in their color too. Colored rear projection screens with shifting capabilities. Look how beautiful those colors pop. And as you can see, you can paint this just about anything you want. Your motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, and now we got to add this plastic board in here because now we can paint over this now with no problem. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming out. We got some physical screens coming out. We got the Phoenix has a physical aluminum screen. Oh, this screen is gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Easy assemble. Take it out of the box. Super lightweight. We had to go to a special kind to get this aluminum screen. I know you think about sharp edges. No. This is a different type of aluminum. I go to a special company to get this. It's round, they're soft. You can't worry about cutting yourself with that. It's super lightweight. You can connect it to the wall, or basically have 2 feet that you can connect it right to your tabletop and be done. Absolutely gorgeous. We have AdTech the advertisement, AdTech a TV version. That's what you're going to see in the virtual fish tank. That's actually a TV version of AdTech. It's black. Can't see anything on the other end. So again, this is going to be an absolutely amazing run. We got a lot of stuff we're working on. We're developing a formula to convert your inflatable projection screens over to black technology extremely fast. The bleed through process is fantastic for using the form of a front and rear mesh. Paint one side, it'll bleed through evenly on the other side. So got a lot of cool stuff we're going to be showing off for you. Flex is coming out soon. Flex, for those of you that are into gaming mods and all that other cool stuff in the day, you can now install projection screens inside your setups. And yes, you can also make a difference how much light you have in there. It'll absorb all that light and still push a beautiful image through on a projector that's 50 lumens, little small pocket units you can put in there. So we have a setup we're building. It's going to be a small form factor PC that I can carry around Allentown. And it's going to allow me to be able to coat the side of that glass and turn it into an actual projection screen where we can take out a portable projector and we can plug it up to our graphic card and play off the side of our PC on an AdTech. I have no idea. I think what I'm going to do is, I think the best way to do this, I think we should do like a suction cup system. We do need a suction cup system because I don't want to take away from the window itself. You know, I don't want to spray over the window itself, because then we have to make a coating and you would have to spray over top of it, and people kind of skeptical about that. So if we make a small section cup system, not big, it's complicated on how we're designing it, but something that can roll up. You can put it inside of like a little tiny case. It comes out and it connects to the side of your PC and you can game off of it. I think that'd be sick. That'd definitely be sick. Because some people might not want to paint the side of the glass at all, period. So I think that would work out quite nicely. And then we can have it cut to a certain size that would fit the side of that. I think that would be nice. Definitely nice. All right, we got to work on that. Now, we also got some cool stuff we're working on too, for advertising. For those of you who like to go to all different forms of shows, you want to show off your items at trade shows, we are engineering technology to allow you to be able to advertise your goods at a trade show on a much higher professional level. Instead of you having one of those tables, you got to pay all this money, $600, $800 for something that's not going to move. It's just going to show your advertisement. That's it. You can hook up cheap, ultra short throw projectors under $200 like the one we have over there, and you can display up the side of your table using our tabletop and table projection screen cloth. Now this is a cloth that's going to fit nice and snug to your surface. It's going to allow you to set your ultra short throw projector, display your demonstrations, and on top you can operate with a projector as though it's 50 lumens in a commercial environment, which we did in the garage, we did in here for tabletop displays to show you that you can basically bring your brochures to life on your table. So instead of you passing out brochures, they can sit there and watch a show right at your table. Commercial, demonstrations, everything. I mean, at the end of the day, who wants to look at a brochure that doesn't move when you can look at a table that actually can show the entire commercial? You can pass out your business cards. Brochures are expensive. They get quite expensive. So it's better if you can just pass out business cards and they can watch the advertisement at the table right from there. What better way to draw in the crowd? That's the same thing about AdTech. AdTech is an amazing technology we have been testing to make sure this stuff works. I had to be outside in the middle of a heat wave at every hour to test this and make sure we pick up at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, and so forth. I had to be out there every hour to record that. And AdTech is going to change the way companies advertise, the way mom and pops can operate. you can now put a commercial right through your glass. Now, I know people sit there and say it's been done before. I've seen it myself, but not with 100,000 lux of sunlight pushing through a screen. And the projectors that are required to do this are cheap. Now, we do a minimum of 5,000. To do a direct hit from sunlight, it requires a projector of roughly around 50,000 and up. A lot. And those projectors are not cheap. We're talking about a very expensive machine. Very expensive installment to put this machine in. And mind you, a machine of that caliber is no longer considered to be a projector you can plug in your everyday home. These are commercial units, which means you ain't doing this in a regular home repair. You're going to have some problems in the day if you try to plug it in. I did this one already, trust me. I know. Experience, I definitely know. So, with that being said, a 5,000 lumen projector on eBay would cost us roughly around $200 to $300. That's it. That's what I paid for my units. So anyway, this will allow you to push an image, advertising right into your glass. Yes, they are ultra short, they're compatible. Now, 5,000 is direct sunlight. Anything after 6 o'clock, you can run 1,000 lumen in it. It wouldn't be a problem whatsoever. And you can advertise your commercial right through glass. If you want people, and I walk up and down the street and I see people change out their windows, you know, they're trying to put their best item forth, something that will draw attention to everybody. But then you got to remember what you're putting out there might attract some people, but may turn off other people. And it's fantastic when you can take your entire inventory and put it right through your glass. So everybody can pick out something that they like. Got a workout gym, you know what I mean? You can show your workout, what goes on inside. Some people are afraid to walk into a gym because they really don't know what to expect on the inside. And if you could show people working out in the gym and doing this and the workout videos and the classes and explain what you do and what your gym's all about, you can advertise that right through glass. Your own commercials. Got a restaurant? Hey, looks fantastic. Watching food being sauteed off a grill. Fire and flames flickering off the glass. That would be amazing. Imagine if you got a bar. You can make your windows fill up with beer. You know how sick that would be? They have Bud Light and then have whatever Bud Light. I don't care what you drink in the day. People get finicky about beers. Again, we don't care. Whatever you're drinking, whatever makes you happy. But you can literally have your windows fill up with beer. Yeah, that's sick. And then that's awesome. Let's imagine that. You sell sneakers? You can advertise your sneakers. You sell gaming? You can do all your gaming demonstrations, anime demonstrations. It's up to you. The skies are the limit on how far you can go with ad tech. So right now we're working on, these are physical screens. This is a screen you can take, you can connect it into your window. When you're done with it, you can take it home and sit up and watch a movie off of it if you want. It can advertise anywhere in the environment that you set it at. Fast, easy, portable, rolls up, put it inside of your carry case, take it where you want. Beautiful thing about it is when I see a lot of these companies out here using that decal sticker system, the problem you have with that, once it's up there, it's up there. And that means your investment that you paid for, you will not be taking it with you. In fact, if you're renting a store, you're going to have to pay somebody to come in and power wash that and scrape it off the window, and you're going to lose your investment. AdTech will allow you to take it anywhere you want to go. Anywhere you want to go. So, with that being said, you don't lose any money. You actually keep your investment. So we can't wait to get all this started. So we got a lot of stuff going on in 2025. A lot of stuff we're going to be working on. This technology is going to be available before 2025. So we're going to start working on setting up all the specification sheets. Get it ready on the Crystal Edge Technology site, because this is where this is only going to be sold at, because it deals with a gunmetal. We're going to set up a gunmetal history so you can see exactly the knowledge and information and know how long we've been working with gunmetal technology, the different forms of beta testers we've had on our stuff, different environments and spaces we were displaying it on. And this stuff will be on site, by the way. We will have this on commercial display, commercial environment display. All right, we're going to have a ball. I told you we're going to have a ball, man. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't like to get into that negative energy. I don't like to, you know what I mean? And this is why when I was walking, I was very depressed. And I was praying to the Lord. Lord said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to build this fish chain. We're going to add ad tech to it. And then the next thing you know, you're going to work on this gunmetal, get that done. You're going to do this and get that done. So he's telling you it's all this stuff that I need to get done. Telling you it's going to be all right. You're going to get this done, get this finished. And you need to stay away from that negative. You're done. End it. Do what has to be done. As I mean, get the attorneys and what we got to get involved. This is what we talked about. And then concentrate on your craft. And that's what we're doing. So, we've got a lot of video demonstrations to do off this thing. Man, we're just in here just kicking it. Just talking about things we're going to be doing. All right, let me get my rollers wrapped up here. Show you part of the screen. See right there? Let's see how they dry. They look black, don't they? Yeah, that's a gunmetal. That's an actual gunmetal. So what we call an RN, true gunmetal, looks so dark that it's black. The key feature of gunmetal is the fact that it's a screen that can achieve a very high contrast level. If someone talks about the gunmetal and pick up a very high white level, now you got that kind of mixed up. They developed that technology to pick up a high contrast. It's always been about contrast and color from day one. Yes, you still have to pick up a nice white level, because if you don't pick up your proper white levels, see that bright fruit up there? That won't fire off. Just like we take black paint, we put it against the screen, and it goes dark and dirty, it doesn't pick up. You don't want that reaction at all, period, because this is a bad reaction. But your white levels are going to drop. That's a sacrifice field when you're hitting for darker screens. You will drop in white levels, but you don't want to be at a point where you can't see the screen at all. This is where it's bad. Gray and white screens have an even higher sacrifice because, number one, they're not ambient light projection. They can't absorb light. They don't pick up colors correctly. They have to calibrate. They wash out. And even in the dark, they don't even function correctly, which we showed you that many times in videos before. And most importantly, they can't read a contrast level for jack. So this is going to cost you a lot of money. Number one, it's going to put you in an uncomfortable environment because you're going to be in the dark. You're going to have to do things you don't want to do, like calibrate your projector. And you're definitely going to have to spend more money for a projector to get things to work on the screen that should normally work, but they don't work. As you can see, anyone who has a gray screen, they have expensive projectors, and they're in dark environments. So yeah, don't want to go through that nonsense to you. So it'll cost you more. All right. Oh, by the way, this gunmetal is weatherproof, by the way. So I like to say that when we go into the rooms with the gunmetal technology, which we're going to be in today, talking to them, say, hey, look, check it out. We got a new screen over here. Yeah, guess what? Can it take my screen? Oh, it can take your screen, definitely. That's why we're ordering samples left and right. I'm ordering samples left and right, not to, for these screens, again, I can't express this enough. We're not in your category. Just stop it, please. But anyway, we order these samples because we've already done this before. We knocked out these screens before. But I got to be in a form site. When I'm in a form site, you have to back it up in there. They don't care if I did it on this paint or that paint. They want to see it on this paint. So it doesn't really fly if I'm going like, I did this on this paint, on this paint. No, we don't care about this. We don't want the paint you have now. It's not the same thing you have there. It is the same thing. I explained that to them. They're like, yeah, it's blah, blah, blah. That sounds like screen paint mumbo jumbo to me. That's literally what I get when I'm in there. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So it's better if we go in there and go, here you 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 go. Who's next? You're over here. All right, come over here. We did your screen too. There you go. 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 Oh, by the way, gentlemen, I forgot to tell you, this technology we have here is fully ultra-short compatible, which means we don't have to turn around and spend more money for an ultra-short screen because it's not compatible, because that $5,000 screen you're using over there doesn't work with ultra-short. Oh, and key feature, I can go outside. You can't. There you go. That's my talk with Certified at the end of the day. So they're like, sheesh, man, this guy did it every single time he come in here with some crazy freaking screen paint representing. I represent. Yes, that's my fun at the end of the day. Challenging the physical screen. That's my fun. I like to go in there and challenge them. And then we meet some real cool people in here. We meet some people that are like, man, that is freaking crazy. I never thought this day that a physical screen paint would ever be to take on a gunmetal certified. Yep. Why do you think the companies acknowledge us? They watch my channel all the time. The minute we mention something gunmetal, watch. They're going to be on there watching. They don't make themselves known. They never do. But they're watching. All right, for those who are asking what partial lighting is, let's do what partial lighting. Partial lighting. Oh, and the lights out. Those you got dedicated theater rooms? Oh my goodness. This screen is insane. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, you think with the lights on, it's amazing. It looks incredible. I can show you, I'm going to show you in partial lighting, where most screens need to generate, that your technology won't read next to this thing. Your certifieds won't read next to it. Your white screens won't read next to it. Your gray screens, charcoal screens won't even read next to it. Mind you, if you can generate an environment you can't go to, and certifieds can go there, and they still can't read next to it. And with the lights out, if you think being in the dark is going to improve this screen, this thing's going to show you on so many levels that they can't even hold a candle to this technology, not even in the dark. We're doing a splatter screen, by the way, pretty soon. Let's get in here and have some fun. Partial lighting, people. So this is going to make your movies look incredible. Now what I like about the gunmetals is the gunmetals produce a much higher white level than the black screens, because again, they're not technically fully black, but the black screens can generate extremely high white levels, just not as high as the gunmetals. The black screens produce a higher contrast level than the gunmetal. So if I put this next to a black screen, you would see the difference. But standalone by itself, no, it holds this weight. And meanwhile, the whole purpose of this gunmetal is not to go against gray paints, because again, I can't express this enough. If you're not going against a certified screen as a gray screen and you can't handle that, then why would you be going against this that can? There you go. So look at those beautiful colors, people. Uncalibrated projector. Mind you, our projector is $10. All right, keep in mind it's a $10 projector. So again, when people say saving you money, they can't save you money if they can't save money themselves. If I'm saving you money, you're spending $3,500 for a projector that you can't even use in a fully lit environment with a 2-1 contrast sitting on it. There's that shifting technology kicking in, showing that ultra black level, which I showed you with the lights on in a fully lit environment. Look at that color pop right there. Now, as you've seen before in the demonstration, it is a one-coat easy application, not hard to do. We dried it basically by using a fan that I use on my cleaner, my air cleaner, which is roughly about a 120-inch millimeter fan on here. So it doesn't take long to dry at all whatsoever. As you see the fun I was having on the screen, throwing the roll around, basically your kids literally paint that screen for you. Very easy to do, no complicated instructions. I remember hearing, we're not going to mention the name, we don't want them in the video, but I remember a person saying, he has no instructions, because we don't need any instructions. I've painted so many paint and dry and display demonstrations, it's not even funny. I got done them on site. We don't require it, it's easy. Well, why would I need instructions? And then he says at the end of the day that, oh, but he doesn't know much about game. I think we're the experts in that field. I mean, like I said, once you can push a fish tank through a window at 150 inches on a projector that costs you less than $400 for 2 of them, I don't think you have that problem anymore. Or be to project off ceilings and do all that crap, that demonstrations of the day, or even take an Optima GT55 and take it outside at 140 inches and beat the whole projection screen's promo demonstration. On top of that, we have AdTech. We conquered the one thing that most screens dream to conquer. We conquered the sun. And God gave us the technology to do it. So I don't think we have a problem in ambient light projection fields. And that's the one thing AdTech's going to push. AdTech is going to push that is the most superior ambient light killing technology on the planet, because the demonstrations that set up for AdTech is the greenhouse, which means we're literally putting this thing in a greenhouse and projecting images off of it. We will also, too, keep in mind, we're going to be pushing batch number verifications, which is very important. When we mention this, I see people drop off. And the reason why people drop off is the people we know who make these products. When I mention keywords, they do not like hearing the word batch number verification, but it is a must and must be done due to the fact that the consumer should be getting exactly what they paid for. I don't understand why people who basically do not support this, when you would be the first one to get upset if something was supposed to, you would be highly upset. You'd be angry. Spend money on a TV. Imagine if you spend money on an OLED TV, spend 60 grand, and you get it home and the tube is gray. Would that make you upset? Or would you just go, you know what, I like to get ripped off. You know, let them keep the 60K. No, you would be highly upset. You'd go to the store screaming and ranting and be upset and bitter and angry and show your receipt and demand to get another one. Because, again, they should have tested it. How in the world did I get a gray one to begin with? Who has a gray screen? You'd have all kinds of rants coming out of your mouth. But yet, you feel that when you sell a product, that you should do this to customers, which you don't want people to do to you. So how are you against the batch number verification if you're against if someone did that to you? So there you go. So that's why we stand behind the batch number verification as a guarantee to our customers to make sure that the product works 100% before we ship it out. So, where we at for time here? Loving the gunmetal demonstration. We did partial, showing how amazing this product looks. Love it. We're going to have it at $347, 32 ounces. Now, for those of you probably sitting there like, how much is 32 ounces going to paint? Oh, 32 ounces, sorry about that. It's going to paint a screen size of 150 inches. Everybody does 120, we can do 150. How we know that? We do paint down demonstrations. The first one, we find out how much we can expand a screen paint to per square inch. We have to do a paint down. And since we found exactly, all of them do the exact same thing. At 16 ounces, we can do a 106-inch wallpaper screen, and at 120, we can do a 150-inch. 96 ounces, I can paint up to a 250-inch screen. One coat application, be done. So when everybody else is doing 120s, we actually do 150s. So that's a big screen. And consider the fact that this screen will be to take out 7,000, 5,000, and so forth projection screens. Consider the fact that a 100-inch screen in certified is going to easily cost you roughly more than 20 grand. What is going on with my screen? Got nothing going on there. Jeez. So, that being said, you have a 150-inch screen. They can easily take out a certified. Go outside, ultra short throw compatible. Got an ultra short throw here. So, oh, here we go. We're going to use a $60 ultra short throw NEC. I like using that demonstrator, the projector. Really? Is the over showing on here? There's a candle burning in the wind. There we go. Are we back redoing? Paper, not that heavy. Step in. This is, you've got a white screen out there. We're going to do a splatter screen, I think, next. But you got a white screen out there. What's the comparison? How much of a difference is going to change your white screen? Next to our technology, like I said, that's that shifting capability sitting in there. Man, it'll pick up his beautiful colors, and there is no way in the world white screen would ever come close to matching this. Or certified, or charcoal, or anything. You're not going to match it. Now, mind you, we did the demonstration before we did the upgrade, and we have an easy take out the DMP Supernova. Nothing, I'm sorry, my bad. The daylight screen. Now imagine the coating that's on here now compared to what that screen can do to pull on a contrast level next to this thing. Red screen. Blue screen. Really? Why y'all never want to stay against the screen? I did really fight down against the screen. You're lost your freaking mind. Like, why do you keep sticking up against the screen? You know darn well I can't compete with this screen. Why? I think really put them in there. It's paper. Paper has no weight to it. It's like that kind of mine. Like, I don't want to be up against that screen. You crazy? Oh man. Just stay. Stay up there. There you go. That's how much color you lose. This is why we don't ever have to calibrate a projector. Never. Not necessary. Now, if I was in this office and I was using a white screen, which everybody in here has the same problem, they go through this. This is what I'd be dealing with right now, just trying to pick up blue. Now, let me show you the meters again. It's very important we show you the impact of the meter. There's our meter. That's the screen right there. There's the meter. We turn it off first, right? Turn it back on again. So you can see we got so much light generating here. The meters don't read. Put my hand over top of it to show you that it does read. It's functioning. There we go. Meters down, right? Look at that. That's how powerful that technology is. That's how much of an improvement you're going to get from your projector when you coat your screen with this technology. That's how much of an improvement you're going to get. That's a massive improvement. And consider the fact you'll never calibrate a projector ever. You never need it. Your company, you don't have to worry about that. Calibration, no. Roll over it and be done with it. Move on. Slow color changer. Got a nice slow color change in there. Change the colors up. I would never understand a cologne or perfume commercial as long as I live. I just won't, ever. One of these days, if I ever get a chance to meet somebody in the fashion business that did one of those commercials, hopefully you explain it to me. I just don't understand how a guy ends up running down the side of a hill next to a horse, swimming next to it, and ends up being half man, half horse. What do they call it? Some toys, what do they call it? So how would that work if I was running with the cat? We had a ball when that commercial came where the guy was like, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to run with my dog. Hilarious. But just look at that. Look how much color you're losing. And that's the thing that gets me right here. The projector we're using in the demonstration, we're not at 4K. We're not at 1080p. We're not using a high-powered projector at the end of the day. We're using a basic 720p projector. They even have an HDMI port, an SVGA unit. So it shows you that when that projector in its glory days was being shown on a white screen, and of course they had to darken the environment, there's nowhere in the world they're in this environment, that when they replaced that projector with the next model and gave it like a little bit more of a jump, it wasn't by much when you look at consider the fact. And the fact that the projector they originally had worked perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. The problem was that they keep taking these projectors and hitting them on white screens when they're testing them, and their colors are way off. Now, I can take one of your older projectors and something you don't even use anymore, way back, an old projector, 2011, 2010 model, 2008, and I can take that projector and stick it on this technology and make it a little better than the projector you have today still sitting on a white screen. That tells you right there that you're spending too much money. But if you don't know my company, at the end of the day, we're not around, you're not, put it this way, we're not known yet. We're known a little bit here and there, but not to the point I want to be a household name. So if you know of us and companies know of us, how many projectors do you think they'll be developing with a contrast capability when you really don't need it anymore? That's an option you will not see in projectors anymore because of this technology. I mean, the projector will start to drop. You don't have to spend a lot of money for 4K. You don't need this, you don't need that. And I mean, you're buying all that stuff to fix something that the screen can't do. Let me show you my projector for those who've never seen the projector. This is what we're using. This is a Sony XGA VPL CX100. Let me show you my side here. See right here? We got no HDMI ports. We have an adapter. That's it. That's how we're running the Fire Stick. Most people won't go near adapters because they figure it drops the picture quality. Not on this technology, it won't. So you can convert any VGA into an HDMI easily. I'll show you the two ones we use for basically running our for gaming systems and stuff like that. You can run off there with no problem. So you can go on eBay. When I'm with my customers and customers contact me and they say, hey, Mr. Bird, I don't have a projector yet. And I go, okay, fantastic. What's your wallet? And they'll go, well, I'm looking to spend $3,000. Like, no, we ain't spending that. Somebody come like, I'm going to spend $1,000. We're not spending $1,000. I don't even spend $1,000 for a projector. So why would I expect you to buy one for $1,000? We'll go over to eBay. They can get them a 720p BenQ. Got one for 720p. Guys, this going to do is look. The projector we're using in the demonstration is a $10 720p projector. We could do this, and in your environment, you have a projector far more advanced than mine if you have one, and you can't do this. Or, at the end of the day, you don't have to spend that money if you're shopping for a projector. So mind you, if your wallet's $1,000 and we go on eBay and get you a projector from people we do business with on eBay for $200, think about how much money you literally just saved. And consider the fact that the store that we're able to push that image through a window, they were going to spend a lot of money for some of these 4K crazy projectors, $4,000, $5,000 projectors. I was like, no, what are you doing? We're not spending that for that. That's crazy. We went over on eBay and got two Chrissy LW's, the ones I got coming in right now, one I got coming in, for 2 of them for $400. That's it. And we're able to push an image right through that glass window at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. How much money they saved? They're going to spend $4,000 to $5,000 a piece for those projectors, and it cost them $8,000, $10,000 for those projectors if they did the way they were going to do it. That's what you mean by at the end of the day. You can't say saving hundreds. We don't save hundreds. We save people thousands of dollars. For the person who can't afford that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 screen, you don't have to wait till income tax. You don't have to wait to save your money up. You can get our technology and have a technology better than what you were saving up to get to begin with. Use it on a projector that costs you far less, without the headache of calibrating in dark environments and all that nonsense you have to go through. You don't have to go through that at all. For people who have the money, they save money. Everybody can save money. I don't care if you're rich or not. You still have to save money. They don't have to spend it. And on top of that, all the money you spend for it to begin with, you still can't reach the contrast levels. You can't operate in fully lit environments. You're still calibrating that stuff at the end of the day. So again, no, at all, period. And you're not taking that screen outside. That's not going to happen. You're not going to use it on ultra short throw, because majority of them are not compatible with ultra short throw. They need a special screen to work on ultra short throw, and that one will cost you more than the screen on long throw. So no. So it caters to everybody. If you have a store, right? This is the reason why you see stores with majority white screens. You know why? Because who in their right mind is going to spend $5,000 for a 100-inch screen and say you need 4 of them? That's 20 grand. 5 of them. That's $25,000. If you go out and you get yourself a DMP Supernova at 180 inches, that's an $18,000 projection screen. You're talking about gunmetal technology. Because if not, they go cheap. They go with the white screens. So the white screens are much cheaper, and they figure that if they buy an expensive projector, this is going to fix the issue. It's not going to fix your issue at all. All right, so let's get this technology we need here up and going, because we are definitely going to need to have this ready on time. Looking at probably next week, getting this ready to go. So right now we're going to start prepping the site, getting pictures, demonstrations done. I want to make sure we get the Halo system put in. Wait, next week. No, not next week, because we won't have the Halo system in yet. All right, wait, let's see how long it's going to take us to get this Halo system in here. Because I need the Halo system if we can get all the pictures and everything done, all that. I got to finish painting the top of that stand so it's all jet black. And we got to do, I want to do some demonstrations on some certifieds and stuff like that. We're going to have some fun like that, show up the demonstrations for that. Let me see. And we got to do an ultra short demonstration today. So I'm going to do long throw and ultra short throw at the same time. We'll have ultra short throw on this side playing, and we'll have long throw on this side all at the same time. Let's see. So let me figure out exactly how long, when the Halo system gets in, that's what we need. We need that for the pictures for the website. It's a 9-foot long beam of light that stretches from one end to the next. So we need that in here for this whole setup. So we get that in here, and then we can put a date when this is going to become available. Overseas orders, they are free shipping. Just to let you know, this is available overseas with free shipping. We can ship it to you anywhere in the world for free. So you know that. No surcharge fees, none of that craziness at all, period. All right, people. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I got to get out of here. I got much to do. Got a couple of things I have to work on. I got to go down and get the materials needed. I got to get more glue, because we got to put together the Halo system we have here, get that ready. And then I got to still shop around and get these containers for the gaming technology. I got orders going out, and I got this fellow who ordered already. That's why I told you from the door. We had a guy came in and got a gallon of this, and he knows the technology we developed. He said, look, man, I know what you guys do over here. I want that right away. And now you see why they ordered it right away. He already knew from the door what it was going to do. He is excited. I'm going to get all kinds of texts from him. Oh, my goodness, I can't wait for it to get over here. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful product and a great way to upgrade your screen. Man, there's so much to do. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. I'm processing some stuff in my head right now. All right, we're going to have to work on that. We need an in-between kit. I need something in between. So we can do a 24-ounce kit too also. 24 ounce, because then we can have the 3 347, we can have something under the 300 in that price range, so people can flex with that too. Trying to make it so everybody can flex with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes the 347 might be too much for some people. We can put in a 24 ounce in there. 24 ounces. There are 24 ounces to 120 inches. Easy. So we can put that in there. 16 ounces of our technology does 106 inches. So, and this is one code, as you can see. You're not going to be doing multiple codes. You just roll and just be done with it. That's it. Oh, by the way, sorry, before we even get to that and all that crazy we're talking about right there, this is very important for you to see. So, yeah, we're gonna do another size. I'm gonna do another size because I want to make a little breathing room for you. Now I want to make it so it's just this price of bam. You just got to be stuck with that. I do want to add some breathing room in there for you. So we'll put in a lower kit than that. Because again, for me at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with other screen paints. At the end of the day, it's going against Gunmetal, literally certified. We have a little thing with us and certified back and forth. So it's us and certified. And to be able to develop a technology that can beat their product and cost far less, man, puts a smile on my face at the end of the day. That's what it is for me. So we're going to get a kit that's going to be under the 347, but we're probably going to do it at either 16 or 24. Now, for those of you who don't, we did the screening here at 16 ounces. The paint over, I'll do another one, 100 inch, bring a wallpaper in here, paint over it, be done with it, show it off, and then there you go. At 16 ounces. Like I said, one coat and we're done. I think that's what we're going to try to figure out between that, but we need one under the 300 mark. I do want some flex room in there for you. All right, and that's still, even though it's going to be so far, we still can ship it overseas to you for free. For free. I like saying that. I like saying it so much. When I get overseas customers contact me, they're expecting sticker shock. They're going to say, you're going to pay for overseas shipping. Like, no, it's free. And it's free. I'm shipping to Korea, and I'm shipping to 2 other countries, ouch, right now, for free. For free. We will ship it to you for free. Not. Who's there? Free. Free who? Free shipping. Free. I like shipping for free. I like getting stuff for free shipping. All the time. But anyway, so let's get this started. Get everything ready. And I'll start posting the size we're going to go with for the other site, for the other one. And that way we can get this up and going for you to have it in time for Christmas. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And appreciate you for coming in and stopping in. We got some more demonstrations we want to do. And we're going to do ultra short though today too on it also. So goody gumdrops. So we get some things done and I'll be back in here. Thank you so much. Of course, who do we thank? Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. Always blesses us with amazing technology. You have no idea how wonderful it is to work side by side with the Lord and get the blessings to be able to do this kind of stuff at the end of the day. It's wonderful. That's why I said, for some people feel like it's hard. No, it's not a curse for me. It's a blessing for me to be able to come in and hear the Lord talk to me and see it right there in front of my face every time. It's a wonderful blessing. So, okay. Hope you enjoyed the video. I got to go. Thank you for your time and God bless.